Hello and welcome to today's webinar on the TNS Connected Car Survey. My name is Jon O'Loughlin and I look after the automotive research sector here at TNS Australia. The theme of today's webinar is about connected cars and the need to speed up to keep up. We believe that the industry has a really big opportunity to deliver a unique product and service to customers when they're selling cars and when they're using cars. We believe that there is a new user experience emerging insofar as the way people are looking to buy cars and use them. Today's study has been done in association with Bearing Point, whom TNS have partnered with on a number of studies in Europe over the last few years. The purpose of the study is to look at drivers' engagement and experience of connected car features, not just infotainment, but all sorts of other types of connected car features. So at a glance, the study was conducted in 7 main European markets: the UK, France, Germany, Spain and Italy, and also looking at the Netherlands and a combination of the Nordic markets. In total, we interviewed 3,700 connected car drivers across Europe, and the brands that we covered were a range of mainstream European brands plus some premium brands. One of the things we need to bear in mind is that the definition of connected car was any car that had an internet access, wireless LAN, shared with other devices, and devices that related to speeding or avoiding crashes or safety alerts. The questions we asked in the survey covered 5 main areas, the first one being awareness, the second one being about buying and collection of the vehicles when they bought them, the third being how they use the vehicles in the connected feature area. Fourth, looking at the servicing of them and how they get supported by the dealers in their use of them. And lastly, whether they would renew their plans to connect their services and recommend their connected features to other people. The first main finding we have from the markets overall is that 4 in 10 connected car drivers were unaware that they had a connected car. This was very, very surprising to us, insofar as we assumed that people who had a connected car assumed that they would know that they had a connected car. Of the 61% who said that they were aware that they had a connected car, the variance around the European markets was substantial. Southern European markets like Spain, Italy and France were more aware that they had connected cars, whereas the markets of Germany and the Netherlands were substantially lower. When we look at it between the premium brands and the mass market brands, we can see that the awareness of connected features is higher among premium brand owners like BMW, Volvo, Mercedes and Audi than it was among the mass market brands. But even so, every survey participant owned a connected car. So the question then comes is, to what extent did the connected features influence the purchase when they bought their cars? In fact, what we identified was that for 6 in 10 people, there was an influence, either an important or a contributing factor that affected their decision. For the remaining 4 in 10, there was no effect on their purchase decision. So when we looked at what the benefits are of connected cars, that was centered around safety, navigation, and buyer behavior. Safety being looking at safer journeys through automatic warnings about potential hazards ahead. Navigation relating to informing people about where to go and the routes that they can take. And driver behavioral devices in terms of looking at fuel consumption, driving habits, and monitoring services on their car. Somewhat lower, however, was the benefit of better in-car entertainment and streaming media. When we asked customers whether they had their connected features demonstrated to them by the dealerships when they bought them, again, 4 in 10 said that they didn't have any features demonstrated to them. We believe this is a really big missed opportunity by the dealerships and something that they need to be aware of when they're selling cars. When we look at the missed opportunity by market, we can see that related to awareness of connected car features, you can see that the Southern European markets again were more likely to have had their cars the connected car features demonstrated to them, whereas once again Germany and the Netherlands were less likely. So less likely to be aware is correlated very, very closely to whether those features were actually demonstrated to the buyers when they were in the dealership, and that's a big missed opportunity for those markets. When we asked customers which features they considered most relevant at purchase, you can see here that navigation and infotainment features are the ones that are key. Importantly, safety features, which they believed had the highest benefit earlier in the presentation, actually fall further down the list. And this is because they are less influential at purchase because customers believe that they should be there in the first place. This slide shows how people rate their connected features on various aspects, and the slide on the right shows you the top 2 box ratings based on a scale of excellent to poor. So the scores there are people who rate them as excellent or very good. And you can see here that users rate their features higher than non-users do. Rather than going down the list in detail, I'd just like to highlight one towards the bottom, which is privacy. Privacy is an important element as we move into the world of connected cars, as they collect more and more information about us. And there were fears among some respondents in terms of what car companies would do with the information when they got hold of it. So overall, there are 4 recommendations that TNS and Bearing Point would make. The first is that manufacturers need to increase awareness and understanding of easy-to-use connected car features. This will help drive consideration and drive excitement into the purchase process. Secondly, they need to improve onboarding of dealership staff in training around connected car features. There's also an opportunity, we believe, that some dealerships could benefit from employing digital experts to help explain the true benefit of the connected car features to prospective customers. Thirdly, there's a requirement for demonstrations to all customers at test drive stage to showcase how the connected car features work on the open road. And lastly, once we've built awareness, explained the features, and shown how they work to all customers and customers have bought into them, there's clearly a need to measure the customer experience once the customers have got the vehicles out on the road with them. And we measure their satisfaction with their connected car features, not just with the car itself. So lastly, in conclusion, connected cars offer manufacturers a major opportunity to improve the customer experience, to differentiate their offer, and therefore increase revenues and to build loyalty. However, the industry needs to speed up. There are more competitors on the horizon, and they will outpace the industry unless steps are taken to build the reputation that we have for delivering a strong connected car experience. Thank you.